Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Esta es Lily de Lily Sin Barreras. How's everyone? How are you doing? This is Lily from Lily Sin Barreras. Today I'm going to touch on a topic that most run away from, right? I've learned this, that most of us run away from what? We run away from talking about being invisible and how systems and people who love us and all that kind of stuff try to make us feel invisible. And when do we give the power up? When do we give the power up to let people it's okay for us to be invisible? I don't want to give that power. I don't know about you. So I'm going to wait for you guys when you come through YouTube o van a venir a través de la plataforma de Facebook. Luego lo van a tener a través de mi equipo. Lo van a tener también en YouTube para que lo compartan con sus amigos y todo eso. So, yo los voy a esperar aquí unos minutos en lo que ustedes llegan, conversando aquí con ustedes en el estudio. Quería comentarle también que hay 2 personas nada más que se han ganado 2 premios aquí en Lilly Sin Barreras y no van a ser ni de gala ni nada, sino esos premios le van a llegar a ellos directamente. Espero que estén cerca donde nosotros les podamos llevar nosotros mismos los premios y de esa forma pues nosotros pues compartir con ellos un ratito, ¿verdad? Uno de ellos es obviamente la periodista favorita, Ari Carmen, y la otra definitivamente, que es nuestra Wildalis Bermúdez. So, para ustedes que están conectados, que se están conectando, déjenme saber dónde está. Hola, mami. Bendición. Muy cansada en el día de hoy. He llorado mucho. ¿Cuántos de ustedes han llorado mucho? Yo he llorado mucho. I've cried a lot. I've cried tears of joy. I've cried tears of acceptance. I've cried all kinds of tears. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely have. So, tengo 2 plataformas. Ahora me dicen que tengo 3 plataformas a las cuales tengo que seguir. So, por ahí estoy con ustedes en 3 plataformas diferentes. Una no la he anunciado todavía porque no la domino todavía. So, I'm not going to do that. So, próximamente los vamos a ver a todos ustedes con sus comentarios y también because you will be able to win some prizes as you go along. So, compartan el video y comenzamos nuestra conversación para aquellos que están ahí con nosotros, que es súper importante acordarnos de cuando nos sentimos invisibles. When do we find ourselves invisible? Right? Y yo les voy a contar de una experiencia que yo recientemente tuve y me di cuenta que era una alarma para mí de inmediato. Una alarma. ¿Cuántos de ustedes tienen esas alarmas? Esas cosas que les suceden en la vida que yo digo, oh no, this is a trigger for me. I have to be careful with this trigger. Hi YouTube, how are you? How are you? How are you? Hi Facebook, how are you? We're just going to start in a few minutes. Compartan el video para nosotros podemos comenzar nuestra conversación. Vamos a cambiar un poquito estas conversaciones porque yo pienso que for many of us, we want to heal. For many of us, we want to have a space that we can call our own community, our own, our own love tribe. Hi, Kathleen, how are you? You are definitely perfect for this conversation. So, feeling invisible. This happens to children, to adults, to those of us who have grays, to those who are in their 70s, 80s, 90s, feeling invisible. And it's a feeling, and then sometimes it is a fact that people actually think that they can make you invisible, that you don't count, que tú no cuentas, que tú no vales, que tu opinión para nada. That you're one of those folks that they don't have to be so worried about. Let me tell you this. I think it's important that they be worried about it, right? And we have to teach people how to treat us. That includes our loved ones, our children, our doctors. I want to talk to you a little bit about that. And I'm seeing that some of you are coming on, which is great. Por ahí está mi esposo, te quiero mucho, mi amor, te quiero mucho. Ramón García está por ahí. Kathleen 10 Hours is with us. My mama is with us. On YouTube, we have Carla Montero. And can't read your name, but it's going to come up very soon. So we can start by talking about what's invisibility look like you. ¿Cuántos de ustedes se han sentido invisibles? ¿Y qué quiere decir? ¿Qué es el significado de ser invisible para todos ustedes? Para todos ustedes, ¿qué quiere decir sentirse invisible? Invisible. Have you felt invisible at your doctors? Have you felt invisible in a relationship? Do you think that people are pretending that just because you've been a yes person at some time in your life, that you just can't be a no person? A, no thank you. That's not what I'm interested in. ¿Verdad? So, sumamente importante el darse de cuenta cuando uno se ha convertido en esa persona. En esa persona where people can't see you anymore. They can't see you like the wallpaper. They're so used to seeing you, they can't see you anymore. Let me tell you a couple of things. I was talking to someone today. I had the opportunity to have lunch with someone today. Oh, no. Let me start with yesterday. Yesterday, my husband and I had the great opportunity to having dinner with two people we care very much about. Juanita, that you know, she is my girl forever and ever. And also with her husband. Shout out to Louis. Nice guy. I think I've spent time in his presence like twice, which is really, really cool. I really like him. So that was really neat. So she made dinner for us. We were able to talk, to spend time together. She makes amazing coffee. Hi, Mike. How are you? I will put your comments up very soon para todos ustedes que han llegado. But we're talking about being invisible. And I want to tell you, if you're a provider out there and your patients are feeling invisible, it is time to put yourself in check or get out of the business. Just get out. That's all I got to say to you. Is just get out. I'm trying to answer some of the questions that are coming through. Feeling invisible. And here we have our sister and author, Kathleen 10 Hours. We're doing a lot of good things now, Kathleen. Hang in there with us. Misotis has already been contacted. Hang in there with us. Hello and good evening to you, Michael. Sometimes when I don't feel heard, I feel invisible. Ooh, Kathleen, hot. This is a hot one. This is a hot topic for many of us. Cuando uno se siente no escuchado, uno se siente invisible. How many of you feel invisible? They can't see me. They can't hear me. They don't care about what I think, who I'm talking about. What am I talking about? So sometimes when you're not heard or feel that you've not been heard, you become invisible. And so I want to talk to you about those tears that I've cried this week, right? With friends, with loved ones, with the challenges of new things coming on, with making tough decisions, tomando esas decisiones tan y tan difíciles. Hola, Sonia, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Un abrazo grandote. Sonia Albelo es la dueña de Latin Financial. Oh, correct me. There's another company, Capital. They'll tell me. Y hace unos videos bien lindos, but Sonia is an expert in finances and how to get you to your next project. But there is not one person out there that I can believe if you say you've never felt invisible in the line of business, in medical providers, in buying a property, in being in the supermarket, donde quiera que tú estés, alguna vez en tu vida te has sentido invisible. ¿Y qué hacemos con eso? So, recientemente, yo esta semana he llorado mucho. I'm not afraid to say when I cry. A lot of people are like, oh, Lily, don't say that in public that you cry. I cry. I'm a human being. ¿Qué le pasa a ustedes? Yo soy un ser humano como todos los demás. Y me ha tocado una noticia que yo no la esperaba, ¿verdad? So me toca hacerme un procedimiento. So I have to have this procedure that I was really, really hoping I was done with, but it's back. And we have another procedure. It's not deadly. It's just not what I was looking for. And here we go again. And so I cried it out, right? And I'm already planning cómo hago las cosas, how is this all going to work? How am I going to keep my, my system working? ¿Cómo voy a mantener a aquellos que dependen de mí de una forma u otra? Y todo eso. So it's very difficult when life throws at you these things. Oof, now it changes. But then I was sitting in a meeting, estoy sentada en una reunión, la cual yo soy partícipe de, and I hear this person speak over me, and it triggered something in me. And that was providers not listening to me when I was sick. It just triggered. Rapidito que yo estuve en esta reunión, en esta reunión que yo pertenezco, soy parte de este equipo y esta persona me interrumpe y sigue hablando sobre mí. Y usted dirá, pero Lily, eso no te pasa a ti, eso no es cosa tuya. It did happen to me. The worst part is that it triggered something. El sentido de sentirse invisible. Invisible. So the first thing I wanted to do was call this person out. So my moño is bothering me, so I'm going to fix it up here. Moño in Spanish means, well, at least for us, means your little ponytail. So I'm going to fix it right here with you. So when people talk about wanting to sit in groups and wanting to have good conversations, yo también te amo mucho, mami. Wanting to have good conversations, quieren hablar contigo, ellos quieren que tú seas partícipe de. Gracias, Sonia. But then they want you to be invisible. They want you to be at the table because you represent something. Ellos quieren que tú estés a la mesa porque tú representas algo que ellos necesitan. That they need, right? But not necessarily do they want your feedback. Well, you guys are going to forgive me, but as far as I'm concerned, you can complete the sentence. So, para todos ustedes que me conocen saben que mi pensamiento cuando viene a eso es, bésame las nalgas, porque a mí no me interesa. But it triggered that feeling in me that said, I've been here before. I don't like this feeling. As an advocate, I fight for this feeling not to be felt by my brothers and sisters. I try to see everybody. I try to negotiate with everybody. I try to collaborate with everybody. I try. That doesn't mean I'm always successful. Michael wants you all to know that he's happy to be here and good evening. Don't forget the prizes. Sometimes when I don't feel heard, I feel invisible. I love this, Kathleen. It's so important. Muchos de nosotros nos perdemos en el espacio que nos dicen que supuestamente quieren escuchar de nosotros. So I want to read a lot of your comments because I want you guys to help me with this. So I have this procedure. I'm not ashamed to say it. I will be down for a couple of days. The team will continue. I am debating. And do I make videos while I'm going through this? It's not cancer. Don't worry. I'm not dying, any of that. But it's a delicate procedure. Michael says, there was a time when I was homeless. Hubo un tiempo donde yo estaba en la calle, desahuciado, and trying to do the right thing y tratando de hacer las cosas bien. Eso no era suficiente. That was not good enough for some people. Para algunas personas eso no era suficiente. Eso me dolía. That hurt. Only the hurt. but your mental health as well. No tan solo te duele emocionalmente, pero tu salud mental igual. Thank you for being the one who supports. But you know what, Michael? Here's the thing that probably you'll never understand. You have taught me so, so much. So, so much. A veces uno piensa que está ayudando a una persona y esa persona está ayudando a uno. So when do you feel invisible and how do we handle it? So the trigger for me was receiving this news that I have to take care of business. ¿Cómo organizo todo esto? ¿Verdad? ¿Cómo organizo toda esta vaina que tengo que organizar? How do I take care of my loved ones? Even your loved ones can become sometimes a little bit painfully discouraging, right? Because you've been the rock for so long. You've been the rock. And so they don't like when the rock is not doing well, ¿verdad que no? Muchas personas, como usted es la roca, you've been the rock for so long, ellos no les gusta cuando tú no eres la roca, cuando algo te va a pasar a ti. So, al decirme, buenas noches, Marilyn, al decirme el médico a mí que yo tengo que tomarme este tiempo, que hay este procedimiento que me tienen que hacer, yo en mi cabeza es cómo comparto con todo, cómo arreglo todo, cómo me encargo de la casa, que la casa corra, que el negocio corra, and all of those things. But, te das cuenta cuáles son las personas que están contigo y las que no están contigo. So here's where we got to be really careful. We assume that because people understand that something serious is happening in your life, that they will jump to the table and say, how can I help? Or how can I be supportive? O te puedo ayudar con esto, o te puedo ayudar con esto. And then comes trust. Entonces viene que la confianza. ¿Confío yo en ti o no? Do I trust you or not? Recently, we're thinking about interviewing all of the candidates that want to grow, that are running for City of Hartford. ¿Verdad? Recientemente estamos pensando en cómo entrevistamos a todos aquellos que son candidatos que se han postulado para la ciudad de Hartford. Y lo encuentro todo tan complejo. It shouldn't be that hard. If you're running for the city of Hartford and you want to talk on the show and you want the people to see you and you like my audience y te gusta lo que hacemos, haces el enlace y estás con nosotros. Pero yo no te voy a llamar 20 veces. I'm not calling you 20 times. I'm not working with your campaign manager 30 times. I'm not sending you 30 emails. I'm not doing any of that. Lilly, that's political suicide. Whatever. Que sea lo que Dios quiera. And I tell you this because sometimes we do believe we're that important. ¿Verdad? Somos tan importantes. O estás o no estás. You're here or you're not here. It is very simple. Right? Las palabras. Words have a lot of power. So I'm sitting in this meeting and this person who's supposedly a professional decides to speak over me and I get triggered. So esta persona que supuestamente es profesional, digo supuestamente porque su carácter pues me demuestra que tiene mucho que aprender, me falta el respeto. Y en el momento, hey Chris, how are you? En el momento, the monkey in my head says, oh, hell no. Because I remember feeling invisible. So I'm at this meeting. They want me to be at this meeting. I love this group. But this particular person makes me feel invisible because they spoke over me. Now, this was a trigger that I didn't know I still carried. So, esta es una de esas cositas que te pasan que tú dices, ay, todavía ese sentimiento todavía está ahí. Ese sentimiento no ha sanado. Y el monito en mi cabeza, yo le digo al monito, we all have, thoughts. Me dice rapidito, you gotta take care of this. Like right here, right now, the feminist in you, that kind of stuff. Gotta take care of this now. And then I realized it's my trigger. And this is not someone I would go to. Y esta persona, la cual me provocó este sentimiento que yo tengo, no la persona lo tiene, yo lo tengo, me hizo pensar en que yo todavía necesito sanar. So it made me think that I still have some work to do. I still have some work to do, right? So these are important things when you feel invisible. When you feel invisible. Sometimes we gotta show up even when it's difficult. ¿Verdad? So that's my baby boo. I love you too. That's my granddaughter. I love you too. So one of the things that I would like to hear from you guys is, what do we do when we feel invisible? ¿Qué hacemos cuando nos sentimos invisibles? Are we capable, able to share with people that we're feeling invisible, that we're not feeling heard, that they're not caring about what's happening? ¿Cómo lo hacemos? So I'm waiting for your advice. You got $50 to $100 to take home. I love you too. Por ahí me dice, Mary me dice, we hide. Nos escondemos. That one hurts. Caramelito. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being with us. Some people hide. Why do we hide? Because the pain is hard, right? It's hard to feel that pain. What do you do? What do you do when you feel invisible? We ignore, we don't want to talk to anyone. We distance ourselves. So nosotros nos alejamos y no queremos hablar con nadie y nos separamos. Pero eso cambia la situación. Por aquí está mi sobrina hermosa. We hurt. Nos duele. Nos duele y nos duele mucho. I love you también, Titi, but I don't get tired of hearing that. I love you too. So what do we do in those occasions? So believe it or not, you guys all know it's no lie. Todos ustedes que me conocen saben que yo creo en Dios. In silence, we hurt in silence. That's the worst. ¿Cuántos de ustedes han dormido con la almohada llorando? How many of you have cried on your pillow? How many of you have cried on your pillow? I have. I've cried on my pillow a lot in my life. Sometimes I could be silent when triggered. Oh, me too. Me too, Kathleen. Me too. Me too. It takes me time sometimes. It takes me time. It takes me time sometimes. But I didn't realize. Yo creía que ya esa etapa de mi vida was done. We cry. We scream. Yeah. ¿Qué hacemos? ¿Qué hacemos? Well, I'll tell you this. Esta semana entera recibí llamadas, hoy es domingo, ¿verdad? Recibí llamadas de personas que están interesadas en nuestra ayuda. I received all this week phone calls of people who want our help, don't want to pay for the services. I got phone calls from people who want to be on the show, but at their convenience, not happening either. These are all the decisions I made this week. I dropped 2 service providers. Hay 2 proveedores de servicios a los cuales yo le tuve que decir chao, chao, porque la forma en que me trataron a los chicos. There's 2 service providers who I said goodbye to because of the way that they treated my population, my people, the ones that keep me alive. Tough week. Tough freaking week. Tough freaking week. I'm telling you. Lots of crying. And then I went to my community of faith. I go to Higher Ground. And I listened to something that I thought it was very powerful. My pastor said that we have to stay in the boat when it's rocking. ¿Verdad? Cuando las cosas están malas, que uno tiene que quedarse como ahí. You got to stay in that boat. You got to roll. You know, you got to, is that roll? What do you call it? Roll your boat. What's it called? Sometimes, ¿cómo se llama eso? Paladeando, ¿cómo se mueve? ¿Cómo se mueve esa cosa? How does that happen? good for you for having a voice and making tough decisions. It was hard, Kathleen. I cried my eyeballs out. Like cried. I'm talking about cried my eyeballs out. And then I got all of these indirect comments on Facebook. And somebody called me and they said, "Did you see what they wrote on Facebook?" And I was like, "No, because I don't hang out on Facebook. And let me tell you why. Because I have a personal page. And so a lot of people like to say things like, oh, we are equals. If I could do, you can do, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. But then you forget what those people have been in your life and what they've done in your life and what you've done together. But all of a sudden, they get triggered as well. Wise words from Maddie. Let's see. People come in and go when people want to. They will. Ooh, that sounds like your grandpappy talking. That's a good one. Cuando row your boat. Row your boat. My husband's trying to help me. Row your boat. Row your boat. So I tell you all of this porque todos nosotros aquí somos una comunidad. Worried about numbers, worried about who gives the stars, doesn't give a stars, but then you go to the doctor and they tell you, crap is happening. Crap is happening, and you got to take care of this business. And none of the stuff matters, but it matters to me. A mí me importa. Cuando fui al médico y me dijo, no, espérate, estas cosas hay que hacerlas ahora. I hear you. It's so hard. Yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard. I can't imagine you being a retired nurse now, but once a nurse, always a nurse, right? But here is the thing that I have to tell you. We don't know how to ask for what we need. Nosotros no sabemos pedir lo que necesitamos. How many of you know how to ask for what you need? How many of you know how to ask for what you need? I'm waiting. Tell me. Se llevan de 50 a $100 en la noche de hoy, so we got to make this dynamic. Today I told my pastor I'm closing down shop. I'm done. It's over for me. Blah, 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 blah. And he said, no, kiddo. Nope. He said, you're helping people. You're out there in the street. Your show helps people. Stay on it. And I'm like, mess. And he's like, nope. No, kiddo. You got to stay in the game. And, Sonia, I'm sure you have some advice about that, don't you? About staying in the game. Share with us. How do we stay in the game when things are hard? Sonia is one of our supporters. Not only the Sonia supporters, no tan solo nos apoya Sonia con su donación, pero también nos apoya con la promoción. Y pues comparte nuestros videos y se suscribe y está en nuestro YouTube. And that's the way that you can help us. Subscribe to our YouTube, subscribe to our channel, subscribe to, all of those things. Listen to the Café con Lilly, and help me take out the message. So then I start writing, and I've been writing for a while. You all know that I do a lot of writing. And all of a sudden I found this little quote. And it said, I will never be silent again. Ever. And that's something that I wrote to myself a long time ago. Hace mucho tiempo que yo escribí eso. Cuando yo estaba enfermita, yo lo escribí y decía, nunca me voy a quedar callada, nunca más. That quote really helped me start the show today. As a matter of fact, I was so depressed and scattered out all over the place. I said to my husband, I don't know that I can pull off tonight. He said, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And that's why I'm here. Yes, you can. Tú puedes. Yes, you can. I can't. You can't what, Maddie? Tell us. Um, as a provider, it is your job to listen very closely. Compassion includes listening and supporting. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, si usted tiene un proveedor de salud física, de salud mental, no sé, de terapia, y no le están escuchando, it's time to say goodbye and find somewhere else. Now, I was listening to someone who works with very, very difficult situations. And one of the things he said to me is like, not everybody can afford to get help. No todo el mundo. Me hizo este joven, no todo el mundo tiene el seguro médico. No todo el mundo puede pagar por los estudios. No todo el mundo puede hacer esto. And it came from the fountain that I never thought it would come from. And I saw such humbleness, such wisdom. So when we think our young people are off the table, big mistake, big mistakes. So I share my pain with you because my pain, and my girl Carmencita knows I say this. I think she put it in her book. She said, can I use that? And I said, yeah, my pain is your gain. So lo que yo he vivido, I want to share it with you. And that's what the segments that are coming up are all about. I want to share your story so we can learn from your story. So Sonia, si está por ahí and you got some advice. Oh no, I think Sonia, were you at the movies? Did you like the movie? Let's see. I'm going to read from over here because it's hard for me to make. I promised myself I would always have my voice. I try every day to do that. Nos dice Kathleen que ella siempre se prometió que iba a tener su voz y aquí está. ¿Ok? Y que iba a tratar de usarla todos los días. I like the word try because it gives you some compassion in there for the days that you are not able to exercise that. Alejandra nos envía muchas rosas, muy linda. A ver si la tengo por acá. Tengo a Mary que me está dando un consejo por acá. Let me see if I can find you here, Maddie. I can't, so I got to go to this camera. It says like this. I can ask for help because I've been discriminated, judged, not accepted, and more. But at the end of the day, I still keep my head up and keep pushing because I just got me, myself, and I. Wow. Esa es mi nieta. Mi nieta dice, yo no puedo preguntar a veces porque yo he sido discriminada, juzgada, no me han aceptado. Pero al final del día entiendo que tengo que mantener mi cabeza en alto y seguir remando, era la palabra que quería conseguir, remando, porque yo me tengo a mí y a mí misma. A mí y a mí misma. So, for all of you who are out there, start thinking para que se lleven sus $50 para su casa. I am here today because my husband said, you can. You can. You can. Because I thought I was not going to be able to pull off the show. I thought I was not going to be able to pull it off. Los ojos me arden de tanto llorar. So my eyes are burning from crying. And people are like, why you're not supposed to say that in public? Oh, no, you got to get it together. BS. No. Yo soy un ser humano como todos los demás. I cry just like everybody else. I've been betrayed just like everybody else. You know, hurt just like everybody else. Won some battles just like everybody else. Which allows me to see other people's pain when they're sharing it with me. My attackers. ¿Cuántos de ustedes tienen esos que los atacan que están dentro de la familia suyo? How many of you had attackers that look just like you, sound just like you, and carry your own last name? Those happen. Those happen. Those happen. I was attacked. Exactly that. Exactly that. So your heart hurts and you get tired. You get tired. But who do you take breaks with? ¿Con quién te tomas ese espacio para tú decir, um, para tú decir claramente, um, I don't need to be doing that. I don't need to. Watching children play and laugh so freely with no care is so beautiful. I love that. I love that. That's so true. Cuando ves a los niños jugando, ¿verdad? Cuando ves a los niños jugando, Wandy, you like that? Juanita me dice, yeah, I like that. When I see the children play freely, that makes her feel good. That makes her feel good. So for all of you who today you might have felt like it's not a good day, I'm not doing enough, no one can hear me, nadie me puede ver, nadie me puede escuchar, nadie sabe de lo que estoy hablando, bla, 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 bla. Un montón, ¿verdad que sí, Marilyn? Un montón, un montón. Te das cuenta rápido quién está en tu equipo y quién no está en tu equipo. Let me see. Nani is a strong woman, loving woman, caring woman, a great person, and is more than strong and has fall more than I've ever seen and ever thought. Yeah, baby, I've fallen a lot. You know, it's interesting when your grandchildren know that, because then you know, hola Mali, Rosado, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está la política? ¿Cómo está la política, Angélica? ¿Cómo estás? Qué linda, qué bella, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo están todos ustedes por allá? ¿Cómo está todo? Dios te bendiga, gracias por estar con nosotros. Aquí los tengo a todos ustedes. Hagan sus comentarios porque a veces no los veo tan rápido as I would like to see you all. So sometimes I get them on one screen and not the other, one camera, not the other. So that's why you see me looking all over the place. Hey, what's up? That's my boy, Tommy. It's my boy, Tommy. That's my boy, Tommy. What do you do when you feel invisible? I cried my eyeballs out. That's what I did. Yo lloré, 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 lloré. You know, I believe in prayer, so that's what I did. Good vibes, whatever it is that people believe, experimentar nuevas cosas, todo ese tipo de cosas. What do you do? ¿Qué hacemos? ¿Qué hacemos cuando no nos sentimos como nosotros mismos? What do you do? What do you do when you don't feel like you're being heard or you are invisible? What do you do? What do you do? So I'm going to tell you the things that I did, and I hope you can share some. Stood. Yep. So true. So true. And so here we go. The mission gets tough when it gets really cold, right? So every brothers and sisters gets really cold. It's cold outside. And so you always think I should be outside, cuando hace tanto frío. Wandita. Cuando hace tanto frío, uno dice, Dios mío, yo me estoy quejando aquí con mi abrigo. I got my, my jacket, my nice home, all that kind of stuff. Don't feel bad about that. You earned that. You worked hard for that. It's not feeling bad about that, but it's what can we do for others? And so I'm at church today, and I think her name is Margarita. I hope her name is Margarita, Doña Margarita. And as I need prayer. I knew I need prayer, so I was all crazy, and I went up there. And cuando siento esta manito en la parte de atrás con un sobre que me da una donación, que no me di cuenta hasta que llegué a la casa después de que tuve el almuerzo con otra persona. So I didn't notice that Miss Margarita, who belongs to the same church that I do, had put money in an envelope and gave it to me. She kind of slid it towards me because I was asking for prayers. Nobody needs to know why you're asking for prayers. And she slid it, and that wasn't until I got home that I opened it, and there was $10 in there for the mission. So you can find inspiration in others. Here's one of the things that I don't understand. When you think you have the right, you think you have the right to destroy others when you're in pain. And I hear a lot, people who are in pain cause pain. Let me tell you what my boys in the streets have taught me. A veces ellos ni me quieren contar lo que está pasando para que yo no sufra. You believe that? Sometimes my brothers and sisters who we serve out in the street, I'm trying to read this. For myself, I get out of a toxic situation. I surround myself with new people, new places, which is what makes me happy. Yes. So Michael nos dice que para él se sale de todos esos sitios tóxicos, busca cosas nuevas que hacer, se aleja de esas personas que son tóxicas y todo ese tipo de cosas. But how do you feel visible? ¿Cómo te sientes visible? ¿Cómo te agarras de nuevo y agarras tus lentes y te sientes visible? How do we do that as a community? How do we start saying, I see you and I hear you? I tell my story. I have no shame in my story. No shame in my story. None whatsoever. No shame in my story. But how do you lift yourselves up when you're crying to your pillow, when you're praying, I don't know, when you're raising up to the stars, doing your yoga, your meditation, you punching on the beanbag? No, it's not the beanbag. Honey, help! What is it called? The boxing bag, whatever it's called, that you use at the gym. I cried, hide, I push people away, I feel lonely, nobody understands how I truly feel because I don't communicate. Maybe I hope Abuela's always here for you. I hope Nani's always here for you, and that I always feel that you always feel that you can be here with Nani at any point in time. At any point in time. So when people have you do the café con Lilies, and mi equipo se encarga de que yo haga los café con Lily, de que everything looks pretty and everything looks nice, and all of that kind of stuff, I still don't want to stop being who I am. So even though the market is asking you to look a certain way or blah 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 blah, I can't change who I am, and I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. So I really need your input. I really need you to write to each other. I need you to heart it up. You have come. Yeah, we are a community. And I want the community to grow even more. Yo quiero que la comunidad siga creciendo. Y para nosotros, veo y te escucho. I met this young man at Parkville. Juanita me llevó a Parkville porque íbamos a comer algo y yo de verdad necesitaba esa amistad. My girl Juanita was like, no, I got you. You need friend time. And there was this young man there, Juanita. And he makes his own products and he sells his own sweatshirts, and he was all pumped up. And so we're going to have him on the show to talk about it. But how do we as a community tell each other stories and support one another? So, después que me levante de la cama, después de la semana del 20, and I ask you all for prayers, can I do that? Can I do that? I don't know. How do you let me know? You heart it up? I don't know. How is it done? How is it done? I don't know. I don't know right now. Because I'm looking at 3 different screens, believe it or not. Juanita's like, oh my God, you literally look at 3 different screens. I have a therapist. I have a great talking to a trusted person. Oh, can help me be heard and seen. Then after the tears, I shared. Sometimes we get back up and just be who we are. Uy, me encanta eso. A veces hablando con una persona en la cual uno confía, uno llora, se le escucha, uno se levanta de nuevo y sigue caminando. ¿Ok? Después del día 20, listen without judgment. Escuchen sin juzgar. I love that one. Pero después del día 20, after the week of the 20th, is it I put under my special prayer candle and will pray for you every day. Thank you so much, Kathleen. Thank you. If I cry, I cry. What can I tell you? But it is because of my husband. You can thank my husband that I'm here today. I mean, doing the show. Because I didn't think I had it in me. But I tell you this because there's so many of us out there suffering in silence. This show is solely about motivating mental health, breaking barriers, telling you what we can do, what we can't do, but we're hitting the street. And one of our first guests, Mike, I don't know if this is even possible for you or how you feel about it now, but I'm going to put a link up here. Let me see if I can do it. I don't know how you feel about it. Or anybody else that wants to come on. Put a link up here. Let me see if I can do it from this station. I think I can. I think I can. Y todos ustedes se pueden unir en cualquier momento a la conversación. Todos ustedes pueden ser invitados. María, a lo mejor tú tengas uno de los enlaces. Yo no sé si yo lo puedo hacer en estos momentos. Deja ver si me permite. Let me see if I can do it here. I might be able to do it here. Oh, I might be able to. Let's see. So I'm just going to put this up. And any of you that feel like you want to come on, you just hit that link. Ooh, look at me, fancy dancing. And there we went. And so, I'm going to put it right here. So, Mari, lo acabo de poner por ahí, no sé si lo tienes. Entonces, hey, my Tommy. People are saying hello to one another, which is great. We are in 3 different platforms. I can't tell you about the other platform because I don't know what's going on there. So we're not there. But if you'd like to join us, let us know. And we can bring you on camera just by that link. It says that I can put it in all of you, so I'm going to put it right here. And I think it shows, row your boat. I can still see it. So if anybody of you wants to join us, you let us know. My mama just sent me something. So let's see. My mama sent me an attachment. Cuando Dios te bendice económicamente, no eleves tu nivel de vida, eleva tu nivel de bondad. Ooh, my mother just sent me something. Listen to this. When God blesses you financially, don't elevate your lifestyle, elevate what? What can we do for others? Elevate your goodness. Throw some out there for the world. Not saying all of it, but throw some out there for the world. Throw some out there for the world. So that way, people, okay? Esta es mi señora Lilly. So elevate as much as you can. Elevate as much as you can. Levántense en el uno al otro lo más que puedan. So the reason I tell you all of this today is what happens when you're invisible. You got to figure out quickly, where are you invisible? What situation you're invisible? Is someone participating of making you feel invisible. I don't see it, but I'd love to. Mari, te encargas de eso, por favor. No sé por dónde enviártelo. Paste. Y lo puedo poner acá. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Not everybody has it, I think. You guys let me know. There you go. So if you kick at the bottom there, you will come up on the screen and I will let you in. So all of you that are here today, I just want you to know this week was hell. Hell, 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 hell. But a good kind of hell, right? One that I survived. One that I got some love for. It comes up right here. If you press that link that's right here that I'm showing you guys right now. If you press that, you come in, I let you in, and we can talk. I hope that you all are sharing with one another, that you're writing your thoughts. Próximamente vamos a tener mucha competencia. Por ahí Alejandra nos va a enseñar a hacer algo que ya lo puse, Mari, no te preocupes. Aquí está. Muchos de ustedes van a entender. The other thing I want you to think about is when you feel invisible, maybe you're not talking to the right people. A lo mejor cuando nos sentimos invisibles, a lo mejor no estamos hablando con las personas correctas. Mira tu círculo. Look at we are so afraid to say, like when I tell people I was in the mental health psych unit, I learned this. Kathleen, you're going to laugh. You're going to laugh. I know you're going to laugh. I never heard the term loony bin. I never heard that. Y estaba almorzando con alguien y me dijo, ay, nena, but I've been in the loony bin. I was like, what is that? And she said, the psych unit. I said, oh, girl, I got 7. She was like, what? Really? But I never heard the term loony bin. I never heard it before. Having a real loyal relationship with my nanny is so special to me because nobody got her like Grandpappy and I do. I know you got me, boo. I know you got me. Can you believe that? Kathleen, me, of all people. Can you believe this crap? I was like, what's the loony moon? It took them a minute to get composure, but I was like, I have no idea what that means. So I want you today to take $50 home. I know we got to laugh, Kathleen. What can I do? I don't know anything. So listen, here's how it goes. Seeing you, my love. Oh, I feel good too when I see you, my love. Being heard and being seen. Let's see. I love you too, Tommy, and I know that you are always on my corner, and we are going to continue to grow. Being there, I've been there, done that. I'm telling you, it's true. Tommy says, I'm like, there's all kinds of terms that we use that sometimes I'm like, what the hell? So I have a lot to learn. So there it is. There is the link. You can always come up. Thank you for the stars. For those of you that are buying stars, I do appreciate it. Sheila, ¿cómo estás, mamita? Vi una foto nueva tuya. You look so sexy. So says Barbie Nadal. Oh my God. Barbie Nadal. Barbie is someone that I learned to love and appreciate. So I'm sharing all of this with all of you. Todos están en componentes diferentes, o me disculpan por eso si me tarda un poquito de llegar a ustedes. Como le digo, yo estoy cargada de 3 cámaras por aquí. Don't laugh at me, Barbie. Don't be laughing at me, girl. You know there's stuff I don't know. Just because you super educated, medicated. Barbie's one of the good social workers that we have, and you know, she's done all kinds of amazing things. But check her out. Ends to me, and it ends. Barbie, can you write it down so I can share it with people? Because I know there's a lot of people here that are doing their spring cleaning, and they, with Chris Sesta, you guys are an amazing team. Um, Please write down, ends to meet the right way. So it's N, the number 2, right? Ends to meet. So Barbie, can you hook us up with that? That would be great. Sound do so well, ends to meet. So we have a few minutes. I wanted to tell you that if you feel invisible like I did this week, I cried my eyeballs out. I got news I didn't want to get. I'm going to have a procedure I didn't want to have. I don't have cancer. Don't worry about that. It's going to start on the 20th. So I don't know if I want to do videos from my bed. I might do that. I may not do that. Whatever. But I thought, why am I hiding so much, right? And then I cried in church, and then I cry here, and I cry there. My poor husband. I'm a mess. I tried. Have a good one. You too, buddy. If you try again, Mike, and you press it, I might have missed you up here, up top. But anybody that wants to come on, thank you. Thank you for the stars. They mean the world to me because that helps us move this movement forward. And bye for those that definitely are in great need, especially now. It is freaking cold. And we're trying to get, the gloves and all of that fun stuff up there. So I wanted to share this with you guys because A, it's therapeutic for me to say stuff happened. And so I got to go and get this done. 2, it worries me for my family. But we've done some really, really good work, and we will continue to do this work. Y si seguimos abriéndole puerta a nuestras comunidades, apoyando las cosas que son serias, las cosas que de verdad tienen valor en nuestras comunidades, no nos armemos de luces. What I see a lot is people in the shiny lights. I don't give a crap about the shiny lights. I'll tell you why. Because I've seen the shiny lights go in and out. I've been in the big studio, in the medium studio, in the little studio. I've been out in the street, and that's the best studio there is. Ever. As a producer, we always try. Prayers go out to you and your family. May all go well. God bless. Thank you so much. So I think, what do you guys think? Should do a couple of little videos when, I have no makeup and all that fun stuff, and share a little bit about my journey. Right back at you, Maddie. You guys vote. Me dejan saber. Si les interesa ver alguno de esos videos de mí en la cama hecha un desastre, probablemente. I think it's important to share our journeys, right? De compartir nuestras jornadas, because that makes us feel less lonely. A veces uno se siente menos solito, ¿verdad? Yo tuve que descubrir en este pasado mes que habían 2 personas en mi vida. I don't know about you guys, but I had to learn that there were 2 people in my life that were faker than the rubber on my sandals. So yo tuve que aprender este mes que hay 2 personas en mi vida que son completamente fatales y hipócritas. I don't like hypocrites. I hate them. I say the word hate? I already did. Too late. Of course, we love to see you all at all times. All right, so you're going to get to see me from all of that. But I'm going to let you know this. I'm really interested in bringing Wednesday. That's really Wednesday's name. And Wednesday is going to inform us about how we see our bodies and how this market has taken over and made us feel like we need to be skinnier, shorter, taller, whatever it is. Don't have any of these, whatever it is. So I'm the first guilty one. $50. Who is taking the $50 home? We've had a lot of comments, a lot of good things happening here. So honey, you can't get any. So on and so forth, but you got Kathleen in there. I make the rules around there. So Maddie, you can jump in there. My husband can't have any. Juanita, you can't have any. Michael can have some. $50. Who else do we have here who shared with us? Balbi Nadal. You know what? ¿Qué tal ustedes? What do you guys think? Do we give the $50 to Balbi Nadal's agency? Well, not agency, her movement. That's what I love about this girl. She's hot shit. I said shit. Do we give it to Barbie? You know what Barbie does? Barbie helps people with dignity and respect. Yes, absolutely. I'm getting a yes. I need 2 more yeses to Barbie Nadal and Chris Sesta, because they take furniture from other people who don't want it and help other people. Don't tell me what to do with my money, Barbie. I'm scared of her, so hopefully she don't take a ride over my house because she know where I live. Nope. Please keep it and give it to someone else who needs it. She doesn't even want it. So who do we give it to? Who do we give it to? Marilyn dice, of course. ¿A quién se los vamos a regalar los $50? ¿A quién se los vamos a regalar? ¿A quién los vamos a regalar? Okay, so I have an idea antes de cerrar el programa. Okay. Son $50. ¿Qué tal si compramos? I have an idea. I'm like my little Harper, the 2.5-year-old. I have a good idea, abuela. What about, okay, me? My husband still wants the $50. You can't have the $50, puppy. You got me. Okay, what about if we get 5 gift certificates? Okay, before we close, buy some gloves, hats, and things for Sunday. What do you guys think? Do we use them for that? Do we use them there for the show? Do we use them for that? I need 3 yeses before I can make any type of decision. 3 yeses. I got 1. We need 3 yeses. We need 3 people to say it. Barbie says yes. We got 2. We need 1 more. And Kathleen said yes. So ladies and gentlemen, the $50 will go thanks to you. Thank you for the stars, everyone who's buying stars. Thank you. Para todos ustedes que están comprando estrellitas, gracias. Nos ayudan mucho. Compartan el contenido, que es lo más importante. Estén pendientes a los videos que vamos a crear para que conozcan un poquito más de la historia, de por qué estamos aquí. Los quiero mucho, los adoro mucho. And I'll see you in Lilly, Café con Lilly, tomorrow. Okay? In my belief. Lo que yo creo. Que Papá Dios me los acompañe siempre. May God always protect you. May the angels carry you through. Hold on to your babies really tight. Please hold on to you very tight. Cry those tears out. If you need somebody to cry with someone else. It's okay. Wen, saludos, Wens. Thank you so much for joining us. Wens, what is that? What does that say? Help me out. What does this say? I'm trying to make it big, but I don't know what it says. Help me out. What's it say? Pollo? I can't read it. Help me out. What's it say, Wens? So para todos ustedes que se encuentran que you are invisible, I see you. I hear you. I so much appreciate you showing up every Sunday for us here in the studio. Mark, I don't know if you can see, but we still have Mike's art back here. figuring out what we do here in the studio, so you can see a lot more of my art and figuring all of that. Will you allow me? I'm here today because my husband encouraged me to do it. Will you allow me and say thank you and help me say thank you to my husband? We would not have had a show tonight was it not for that man saying you can do this. So in my belief, may God bless you. May the angels cover you. And remember, you're not alone. There's a higher power up there watching for you. And if you don't believe in the higher power, there's love. There are people who love you. All right? As the young kids likes to say, Maddie, do the kids still say peace out? Is that still cool, Maddie? I don't know. Do they still say peace out, Maddie? Do they say that? Is that cool anymore? I don't know. But that's what I'm going to say. Mi nombre de pila es Lidia Vélez Herrera y este es mi programa y tu comunidad, Lily Sin Barreras. I will see you next Sunday, God willing. God bless you.